I do see here with the Four of Swords, though, you guys have the energy of a lot of rest and recovery. Some of you might be feeling the need to rest or to take a break from something or someone. Some of you might be recovering from some type of illness if you've been sick, or some type of surgery, something like that. And I'm not picking up on that as the majority, but I do see that for some of you. Now, this could also speak of being passive. So some of you may have the passive energy at this point. Maybe there is something that does seek your attention, or someone that seeks your attention, and you're kind of taking the passive way out. Maybe you are hitting somebody up with the silent treatment, or maybe you're just trying to get your own thoughts together before you participate in any decision makings, anything that pertains to expressing any type of action or verbiage at this point in time. But I do see rest and recovery for the collective. Now, what I am seeing here is that there are some decisions that need to be made, okay? With the Two of Swords, this indicates that there are some decisions that you are needing to make. Now, this might be the reason why you are in the rest and recovery mode, because you need to lay low and really assess how you are going to move forward in the next stages of your life, or something pertaining to something in particular. But it's almost like what I'm getting here with these two energies next to each other is like, you know what? I really need some time to think about this, because this is a major decision, or this is a decision that will affect you greatly. Now, what I am also seeing here is with the Knight of Wands right next to the Two of Swords, we have a lot of swords here. I feel like, with the Knight of Swords here present, the Knight of Wands is what I meant to say. The Knight of Wands is speed and action. So I feel like you might be caught in the middle of something that has happened rather quickly, or you feel like you're running out of time. So you're in between, speed and action and really slowing things down. So I feel like this is another area for you. You're like, should I hurry up and make a move, or should I just take the time to really think this through? So however this resonates, I do see this, playing out in different ways for different individuals. But yeah, for some of you, there is some speed, there's some action that needs to happen, or something has happened rather quickly, or time is running out and it's like, wait a minute, I need time to think about this here. So it's just like, do I act now, or do I take the time to really figure out what I should do, or what's going on, or what needs to happen next? With the Six of Swords, though, I do see the moving on energy. This is the moving on card. You are contemplating moving on, or you have moved on, or will move on to another situation. I feel like for some of you, this is pertaining to work, as the Pentacles shows up here. So the Eight of Pentacles is always related to putting some work in. So for some of you, you are contemplating, or have, or will walk away from a work situation. Or you might be moving on to the fact of looking for more work, or a better job, or something that better suits you when it comes to career. Now, this might be another decision-making moment here for you, because also with the Six of Swords moving on, there are decisions involved here. So with the Four of Swords, laying low to make some decisions. Two of Swords definitely talks about, needing to make a decision. For some of you, you're thinking about moving on away from your job, or moving towards looking for employment. For some of you, though, I do feel like you may have felt like you put so much time into something, and you're moving on from working on something. So it's like, I was working on this, but I no longer want to work on it. I want to move away from this and work on something else. So I do see this energy here. Now, Queen of Pentacles shows up, and I love when she shows up because the Queen here is definitely like the badass. She is the individual when we're talking about money, career, tangible things. She is very wise. She has gone through a lot of trial and error. She might be an entrepreneur. She might be a CEO. She might just be someone that has been through a lot of life incidences, and she knows how to make life work for her. And the thing about the Queen of Pentacles is that she is willing to share her knowledge about her trial and error. She will help you get to where you need to be, or she will share with you the things that she has acquired through such hard work. And, the Queen of Pentacles, though, what I love about her is that she's very well balanced. She has the perfect balance between, what is important and having that compassion at the same time. She is someone that you want to have as an ally here. So I feel like this is you, Pisces. This is the energy that you're taking. You have put some time in. There has been a lot of trial and error. You have gained a lot of wisdom. And I think this is why it is decision-making time for you. And you are thinking about moving on because you do at this point see your value. And so for some of you, if we're talking in terms of relationship, you're like, you know what? I no longer need to work on this because I've worked on myself. I've established myself and I am in the queen position. Now, also, I want you to keep in mind that when I'm talking about queen, king, knight, never take that as gender-based. I'm just reading the cards, but this is the energy. So the queen is like someone that has now, she understands her value. And so she is no longer willing to work on things that she does not see any value in, okay? I am seeing here with the Knight of Chalices right next to the Queen, okay? This is someone that is going to make a proposal. Now, what you need to be aware of with the Knight of Chalices or Knight of Cups, it's the same thing. This individual is no match for the Queen, okay? So the Knight swoops in, makes a proposal. Now, this could be a job proposal. It's not quite what you would want, right? So the proposal that comes in, if we're talking about in terms of employment or a new job venture or a project, you're going to want to keep in mind that the Queen already knows that she has more to give than to gain, okay? So this proposal that comes through kind of is short of her expertise, short of what she would require for pay, short of what her capabilities really can do. So I think this is another reason why we have this decision making here. It's like, should I do this for the greater good, or should I move on and do what I need to do and continue to grow my empire, grow my crops? Now, remember, the 10 is full fulfillment, and the Queen definitely is the badass, like I said, but the work that's being put in or has been put in is at the 8 level, so not too far away from the 10. The Queen has learned a lot about trial and error, like I said. So the Queen, she is at the top of her wisdom, but she also is wise enough to know that she still has a few steps to go in order to get to the 10. So why would she want to go back down to the 5 is what I'm seeing here. If we're talking about in terms of relationship, what you need to be aware of, Pisces, is that although this is an offer, it's kind of a cute offer, you know what I mean? It's not quite, again, the 10. It's not quite, again, the level of expectation, all right? So if someone comes in and gives you some type of proposal, you do need to think about it, and I see that you will, because you are on to a whole nother level, not to make you sound like you think higher of yourself, but you value yourself at a higher level at this point in time, as you should, because Pisces, you guys have been through a lot, and you know that I know. I've been reading y'all for several months now, and so it's just beautiful to see you at the level that you are now. So if you're feeling like you don't want to go back down one level, you don't certainly have to. The choice is yours. The decision that you'll need to make is, am I doing it for the greater good to serve a purpose at this point in time that is going to benefit myself and others? Or is this only going to benefit others and deplete me from my time and energy? So that is what I want you to be aware of. Now, what I am seeing here with the Ace of Chalices, or the Ace of Cups, there is going to be a really strong offer that comes. And we're not talking that the Knight here progresses to the Ace. I feel like there is a real offer out here for you, something that you're going to love. So if we're talking about in terms of employment, career, there is something out there that speaks to you that you will absolutely love, that will be on your level. If we're talking about love, I feel like there is somebody out there that is willing and will offer you the bigger cup of love, okay? Not just this little minute cup that you can barely even see. This is something is better here for you, is what I'm trying to say. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, things are definitely going to change in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune talks about highs and lows, ups and downs. Everyone goes through this cycle of life. You're going to have good things that happen and bad things that happen. That is the balance of life, right? So for you guys, the wheel has slowly been turning, and it's finally going to get to the point where the little marker is right under successful, okay? So, I see you putting the time in, I see you putting the work in, but I also see that this is going to be a very positive turn of events for you if you know your value, which I see you do. So I'm very excited about this. Yeah, and with the Queen of Swords down at the bottom here, the Queen of Swords, now she is not for play. The Queen of Swords is like, you know what? I don't need you, but if I have you around, it's because I want you. But at any moment, I can cut you out of my life and keep it moving. Now, a lot of people think that the Queen of Swords is just a downright bitch, but let me tell you about the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone that has also, like the Queen of Pentacles, been through a lot of stuff. But the Queen of Swords is someone that has been tried over and over and over again. There have been incidences behind the scenes, situations behind the scene that have come up against her in a very harsh way. So she has a very thick skin at this point in time. Okay, so now she will cut out the bullshit. She is like, I am no longer allowing things to be around me that no longer serve me. I mean, look at the image. She's got this bird by the beak, and she is so much smaller than that bird, but she is so much larger than the bird in so many other ways. Because, I mean, and it can symbolize being single, but I feel like in this reading, it's more so of, understanding your value, taking the biggest offer that represents who you are as the queen, and, allowing the universe to also help you with the positive turn of events. And that way you can cut out the things that no longer serve you. I mean, including this little itty bitty small proposals and offers that come your way. I mean, if you are the knight, you can't come to the queen offering something that she already doesn't have, or something that's very small to her, and expect her to embrace it as something very large. She's going to accept it for for the magnitude that it is, or lack thereof. So all I'm saying is, Pisces, is that you are really taking the time to assess your value here. And as your outcome, which is so wonderful, is the Death card. The Death card talks about transformation. So you guys, I feel like, just going back and looking at the last few months of this journey with you, you and Libra definitely have mirrored each other when it comes to really going on this journey. I feel like this Death card does talk about transformation, okay? But what I love here is that transformation definitely has or will in the next few months for y'all, because you are taking this time to really value who you are and really stand up to what you will and will not accept. And the universe is loving it and is going to grant you with the positive turn of events. So I feel like this month, possibly up into the month of March, some of you April, will have the victory of a full transformation, if not already. So yeah, that is amazing. Now I am going to, oh yeah, and lastly, I just want to let you know that at the bottom of the deck, Pisces, you finally get your 10, okay? You get your 10 of Cups, everything that you want and desire when it comes to, you know, love. And when we're talking about love, it's the things that you love, the people that you love, the things that you love doing, you know, coming to fruition. So love this. This is such a positive reading. Let's go ahead and, okay, get some clarity here from this deck. Let's see what wow, Pisces, I'm really excited that you guys have gotten to this point. And for some of you that are like, you know what, I'm not even there, what you don't see is that you are transforming. Some of you are still in this process. Like I said, it could be March, it could be April, but most importantly, I feel like this wanted to come out. Most importantly, just continue to work on what you've been working on. And oh, absolutely, I am loving this reading. This is the best reading, the most positive I've had so far. All right, so the first card you got was the spiritual understanding, okay? It says, I am bringing you information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Yeah, for some of you, you need to understand, and when we're talking about spiritual, it can mean self-awareness. It can mean how you contribute into this world as a spiritual being. To me, this is talking about understanding your worth and what you mean to yourself and how you contribute things into this world, and being able to be like, nah, I pass, or you know what, that's on my level. Gifts from God is the next card you got here. It says, we angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Absolutely. You got the Ace of Cups, and I just showed you the 10. So definitely there. The last card here speaks about relationship harmony. It says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Okay. So for those of you that were speaking about a relationship here, this big cup of love, if this, you know, is you, and we're talking about love here, is going to come to you, because there is going to be some harmony when it comes to relationships for you.